the totem, stops or keeps going. Because if he really wanted to, he could have put the keychain on the kid's backpack, and then you would have known, like, oh fuck. But no, he didn't. Yeah. He wouldn't do it. He didn't do it. He's like, no, that's too easy.
Oh man, it's like, I would say I wouldn't say this is his best film, but very good film. It's definitely it has its rewatch value just to understand it more. Mm-hmm. I would say. Mm-hmm. But this is an extremely complex and layered film where, like I said, you probably benefit if you did watch it 2 or 3 times
with subtitles.
Yes, with subtitles for sure. Do we have Swann facts on this one?
Swann facts. Like all of Nolan's film, there was a great deal of secrecy behind this one as far as its story. The actors weren't even able to have a copy of their own script. They even went as far, the studio went as far as telling Michael Caine himself that he could only read the scene of dialogue that he's actually in. He could not read what the movie was actually about until it came out.
Wow. That's crazy. And is that's for the whole entire cast, right?
Yeah, I think even John, even Robert, they could only read it maybe once or twice in a locked studio. So how they were able to even memorize, their lines is like beyond me. With inversion being a huge plot device throughout the film, the crew did ask for the actors to act backwards at certain points, even having them recite dialogue in reverse.
What? What the heck? Imagine that? Oh my god.
Yeah, so when you're seeing Sater, when you're seeing that actor speak backwards, he actually had to memorize. He's doing that. They're not messing with the film. He's doing that.
Wow.
That's fucking weird, huh? Especially with an accent.
Yeah, that's gotta be hard. Oh my god, I think that alone would make me want to, like, you know what? Just find another actor. This is too much.
Believe it or not, all of the film's effects were done practically.
Wow, that's a lot. That's really cool.
Yeah, how much? Yeah, how much time did it take? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I know. No, I was just saying it's nice to see that. Nolan doesn't typically do so crazy CGI stuff, anyways. But it's nice to see that when it's in films.
Yeah, even man, that guy's crazy. He does I don't know if you knew this, but a lot of the Dark Knight, like that scene when the Joker, remember when they take over that, they hijack that big rig and they're trying to get to Harvey.
Yeah.
And there's that huge kind of shootout with the cars and stuff. Mm-hmm. Most of that is done with large scale miniatures. So they're not it's not reality at all, but it looks so good.
Oh man, it's so cool.
Yeah, with the what is it, like that big garbage truck and all that stuff.
Like garbage truck, yeah.
Yeah, that's all miniatures shot on a big sound stage, made to look like the real thing, and it does. When you watch that, you don't say oh, that when they just recreated this. It looks so authentic. And even in the Interstellar, all of those the shots of the ship and everything, that's all miniatures. They somehow didn't use CGI even for that.
So cool.
So
I'm going to watch the behind the scenes stuff on that, because I have those movies.
Yeah, you should. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff, man. The film's composer had to become inventive for the score as the United States were completely shut down due to COVID-19 at the time of he was composing. So he had each member of his orchestra record themselves isolated at home, and then they basically sent them over, and he scored the film that way, if you can believe it.
Wow. And mixed it all together?
Yes, himself, yeah.
That's fucking sick. That's, man, this movie is crazy. Just doing that type of stuff alone.
Yeah, just the layers of just what it took to make it is impressive. Believe this or not, the cast actually had to audition by reenacting scenes of other existing movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did it ever say what movies?
I can't recall. I think they did say a couple. I know Nolan is a big fan of the Matrix, and he's even said that he's partial. He likes, believe this or not, he loves the Tokyo Drift.
Oh my God, you would never think that.
But to end the Swann facts for this episode, the word tenet itself is a spoiler for the film, as it is known as a palindrome, which is a word or a phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards.
Very clever.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the movie The Arrival?
Yes.
With that's Denis Villeneuve, who did Blade Runner 2049 and Prisoners, and he did the new Dune film. But yeah, I think, even though I think Arrival is a little bit easier to digest, it reminds me a lot of this. They play with some similar ideas. So I challenge you. I challenge you. Well, everyone out there, maybe go back and give The Arrival another look. I remember you were saying your mom didn't understand. She was like, "What's happening in this movie?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hilarious. But yeah, that's it pretty much for your Tenet episode, dude. There's I think we did a pretty solid job considering the source material that we had to call back to.
Yeah. I just want to thank everybody who's listening right now for sticking with us. This is a difficult movie to watch. I mean, to try to explain and go over, because there's so many things.
Yeah, to try to make it streamlined and where somebody can jump in and really understand. Hopefully, if you're listening, you watch the movie and have some kind of context, and you don't think we're a couple of blabbering idiots, you know. Maybe do anyway. You know what I mean? Going back to the Thing episode, who knows? Who knows? But
yeah,
I would like to think that we've gotten better since that episode anyway. But yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
I was just going to say, for anybody who hasn't seen Tenet yet, and if you're listening to this out of pure curiosity, check it out. It's going to be streaming on HBO Max in the beginning of next month for, I'm sure, for a really long time. So check it out. Do the free trial. Watch the movie. It's worth a couple, watches, considering you want to invest your time, because it is a lengthy movie. But yeah, and I believe you were going to ask whose turn is it?
Yes.
So next week would have been Tiny's pick, and I do know what he wants to talk about, but also at the end of every month now, we're creating this tradition where Chris Pollock and I will choose a film of his choice, where he how do you say, does like a broadcast interruption for Drop the Mic, drops in and does what he wants for each month. I think it's going to be at the end of every month for now. That's the planned slate. So with that being said, next week I think is going to be the end of the month for us. So we're going to do a little film called Ronin from 1998. It's with Robert De Niro, Jean Reno, Sean Bean. It's a pretty solid action film that really doesn't get much recognition, you know. Have you ever seen it by chance?
I don't believe so. It doesn't sound familiar to me.
All right. Yeah. Well, I want to say, yeah, it's on Stars right now. So give it a watch, man. And everybody out there, if you want to watch and follow along, we've got a Ronin episode coming for you next week. Should be really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Admiral Atlas for, you know, always bringing us such great music, and for composing some music that we use on the show with me, both him and I together. That's always amazing to watch play out. So shout out to him for all his help and support coming back, you know, to the show and helping in some capacity. Shout out to you for making the time to do the show with me after so many years. I appreciate it.
Yes, I love doing it, man, and especially getting not so much in the last year or so hang out with you, but getting to hang out with you and talk to you and just talk about stuff that we love to watch, and even doesn't even have to be movies, but just talking about whatever is always fun with you. So
yeah, definitely.
Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this, and man, 3 years or so that we've been doing this.
Almost 4, if not 4 right now.
Almost 4, yeah. 4 years. Keep it going, man.
So far, I feel like we've got a lot more ground to cover. You know, we're not running out of any movies anytime soon.
No, that's for sure.
But yeah, shout out to all our listeners. And I'll drop that big question on you, man.
Oh.
So, James.
Yeah.
Where can our lovely listeners say they are dropping in and they don't know where to find us? Where can they find us and tell them what we're all about?
All right. So, we're Drop the Mic. We are a San Diego-based podcast. You can find us on pretty much every single platform that plays podcasts, whether it's iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Sods, Spreaker, YouTube. We're everywhere. If it plays podcasts, we're probably on there. I'd say 99% sure we're on that. So if you have the time, if you're listening to us, you're just stumbling upon us and you've made it to the end of the episode or the end of any of the episodes, please just take a couple seconds or a minute out of your day. Give us a positive review if you can. Give us a thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever it may be, just to help us hopefully bring some attention to us and our show here. And we also have a Instagram where you can get in contact with us if you'd like. You can request some films that we haven't done yet. That Instagram is at @dropthemic_podcast. Me and Wesley are both attached to that. You know, you can comment, or we post our weekly recs, the weekly focus, random movies that we love. You can comment on there. Let us know if you've seen the recs that we did. If you've seen the weekly focus that we did. Let us know if you hated it, if you loved it. What makes that movie so special to you? You can also DM us if you don't want to be so public about putting your information out there or just talking to us. We'll be more than happy to respond to you as quickly as we can to try to answer any questions or like I said, if you have a request for us to do a movie that we haven't done yet, we look forward to that. And I think the thing